Hey, it's David Farmer, and today we're going to be talking about the law of reciprocity. We're going to be talking about the entice incentive system and how you can leverage an incentive to encourage the behavior that you want your customers to take while they're on your dealership's website and while they're in your dealership's showroom. So let's just take a quick look at what the law of reciprocity is. So there was actually, let's just take a quick look here. So social psychologists call this the law of reciprocity. And it basically states that when somebody does something nice for you, you will have this deep-rooted psychological urge to do something nice in return. As a matter of fact, you may even reciprocate in a gesture that's far more generous than the original good deed. There's actually a book that was written a few years ago by Robert Cialdini, and in this, he actually talks specifically about what happens when a customer is in a retail experience. He actually has an example of a customer when they're in a car dealership, and they talk about somebody offering them even a glass of water, a Coke, cup of coffee, something to drink. And by providing that to a customer, you are creating this desire, this urge in them to be able to reciprocate. And many times that is in making a purchase decision. So that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just human nature. But it's important to understand that by creating an incentive, you can really influence the behavior that you want customers to take. So for example, with the entice incentive system installed on your dealership's website, you can incentivize the behavior you want a customer to take while they're visiting your dealership's website. And we know that that first thing that we want them to do is to convert into a lead. You really want them to enter into the sales process by allowing the ability to have some dialogue. So without that first step, without them giving up their personal information and really starting some sort of conversation with you at the dealership, they really remain anonymous. And we know that 96, 7, 8% of customers that visit your dealership website do exactly that. They stay anonymous. So what we found and what we specialize in at Entice is utilizing an incentive to incentivize the behavior that we want the customer to take. And that is, again, getting that customer to give up their personal information and start a dialogue with you at the dealership. The next thing we would love them to do would be for them to visit the dealership so you can have that face-to-face opportunity to enter into the sales process. So you can share with those customers the vehicles that you have in inventory and then move them into the ability to move into a demo, move into a write-up, and then ask them to purchase a vehicle. Now, of course, only customers that are visiting your website are going to be interested in registering for this incentive. So it's a great way to kind of break the ice. So with the Entice incentive system, so we don't use a Coke, cup of coffee, or something to drink as the incentive, as you might in when the customer gets to the dealership showroom, but instead we use really the most powerful type of incentive possible, and that's just money, right? So money to consumers are going to equate to anything they want. Now, of course, $25 as the incentive amount isn't going to buy a customer anything that they want, but it is going to be associated with maybe filling up their tank with gas, maybe is going to take care of lunch after they visit your dealership showroom, or maybe just a nice cup of coffee, or maybe even a gift to somebody else. And we take this incentive and we really kind of elevate it to the best level that we can, and that is to customize it to your dealership. So you can see with our Visa reward cards, they are customized to the dealership with the dealership's logo on there. We represent the make that you represent. It's delivered to a customer in a nice full color hard cardstock greeting card. So really a premium Visa incentive that can be delivered to a customer. Now, how do we move the customer into giving up their contact information and really entering in that dialogue with the customer? We do it with what we call our entrance notification. So it's a small notification that somebody will see as soon as they visit your dealership showroom. And the message that you can put on this can be customized any way that you would like at the dealership. So for example, on this example here, we have visit Entice demo dealership, take a drive and get a reward. $25 Visa reward card, complimentary, no purchase necessary. So this right here is a test drive offer utilizing that $25 Visa reward card to present that offer to a customer as they arrive on your dealership's website. Now, that customer does have the ability to register for this Visa incentive right away by clicking the Get Test Drive Offer button, which will actually open up the a registration technology so we can capture that information and even take the customer down a path to collect more information. Now, if they don't register right away and maybe they minimize it, you can see it gets minimized into this nice little tab on the left-hand side of the dealership's website, which the registration window is always going to be accessible right from that tab during their visit. And if they continue to navigate around the dealership's website, that tab is always going to be nicely there. It's going to automatically disappear, get out of the customer's way if they scroll up, pop back up if they scroll towards the top again. And it's going to stay in this minimized state really throughout their entire experience. It's not going to pop up again during that site visit. So that's why we call it an entrance notification. We're only showing that offer once they enter your site. We're not going to continue to impede the customer's ability to, look and research and explore your site. But we do want to have the opportunity to remind them that there is this offer available for them to register for and visit the dealership. So if they don't register for that Visa incentive during their visit, and as they intend to leave your site, we also have what we call our exit intent technology. Now, this is a simple way for us to do a little pattern interrupt for anybody that might be familiar with Tony Robbins and how they're able to really present that offer right at a moment and catch them and kind of disrupt their pattern of action and present that offer to a customer. So we do that again with our exit intent technology. Just like the entrance notification, the exit intent notification is also only going to show once to a customer during their dealership visit. Now, we do it, again, right at the moment that they intend to exit your dealership's website. So we track the mouse movement, and as soon as they leave your site, we do this nice, simple page takeover offer featuring the $25 Visa reward card and giving them the ability to register right from this by opening up the registration technology for the Visa incentive offer. So again, today we're talking about the law of reciprocity. We are talking about a book that was written by Robert Cialdini, the psychology of influence and persuasion. And of course, we are looking at the entice incentive system that can be installed on your dealership's website. So as always, we really appreciate the time that you take to watch our content. This video, as well as many others, are going to be available at intice.com.